Hello, how are you? I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. It is officially the holiday season, and it is just very, very, very important to move the body during this time, even if there is no time. It seems like the energy and the feelings that people have, all the things that make the holiday season good and stressful, and for some not so good. Just get into the body, onto the mat, or whatever you do to take care of yourself is so important. Without saying anything else, we're going to get on the mat and just get into the body. We're going to open the shoulders a lot today. So be prepared and come into a closed knee child's pose. So the ankles and the heels are touching, the hands are back, and the head is down on the ground. Socks off. It's chilly. And start to focus on your breathing. Let your breath be really full, really deep, but relaxed. With your hands back here, notice what's going on underneath your shoulder blades and in your neck area. So from the base of your skull to the tip of each shoulder. There tends to be a lot of tension there in general, and in high stress situations it gets even worse. So see if you can let all that energy just melt away. Notice if in the middle of the back it feels like there's a knot, or on one side more than the other. Just pay attention. Then take your arms out to the side and press down. Lift your chest. And you're going to take your upper arms towards the sky, pull your belly away from your thighs, and then take your arms back again. And just let your torso begin to grow. And then pull your belly in. So think about your hips moving back, your heart moving forward, your lower back lengthening, and then your shoulder blades engaging. Then think about the crown of the head for a second. Let that shoot forward. So the back of your neck is free. The throat feels free. Now you're going to take your arms forward and do what I always say about the hands and spread. Get the energy anchored. And then from here again, do a little cat tilt. So you're going to pull the belly in, let your head drop. Let the exhale relieve you from all that tension. And then move into a neutral place. Drop your forearms and do another cat. You're going to exhale, let the head be heavy, and then move the heart forward. Round and kind of cat-cow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, breathe in. One more time. Now you're going to take that left elbow to about the middle line. You're going to turn the palm inward and lower that shoulder towards the floor. Look up and look down. Look up and down. Inhale as you look up. Exhale as you look down. One more time each. Inhale. And as you look down, you'll pull that left forearm back. Take your right elbow to the midline. Turn the palm towards the face and lower down. You're going to look up and look down. Up and down. Using the breath. Inhale. Exhale one more time. In. And then take that right forearm back to parallel. Exhale. Move the heart forward and slide that left arm forward. You're going to lower the shoulder towards the ground. Pull your hips back. Anchor that right forearm. Now you're going to lift up, pull the right arm back, slide that left arm, and lower the shoulder towards the ground. Really pull those hips back. then pull back again. Now, you're going to slide the arms, but you're going to do a hitchhiker thumb. Anchor and lower. Make sure the belly's in. Anchor your hands. And then pull your left arm back. Take your right arm. And pull back. So from here, you're going to pull those arms back. Take your hands behind you. You're going to lift that chest up. You're going to let the chest come as high as it will, but be honest and don't go too far too soon. You're going to come to your forearms, curl those toes, and lift your hips up as you exhale. And lower back down. Slide. Hips are going to lift. So you want your shoulder blades to go in the back of the body. Really lift that heart up. And then come back down as you exhale. Make sure you're using your core, your belly is coming up and in. We'll pull those hips up again. And then pull back down. Slide. And then from here, what you're going to do is curl the toes. You're going to let the knees come out. The elbows are going to lift. The knees are going to come in. You'll pull into down dog. So you're going to come back, lift off of your heels, drop your knees. You're going to let them fall back, come in, squeeze together, move into plank, pull back, lift off of the heels, let your knees slide out, pull back in, come into plank, back, heels up, squat down to the heels, the knees go out to the side, then you squeeze them together, go into plank, your legs will fire up, and back. One more time, sinking down, squeezing in, coming into plank, and back. This time, you're going to squeeze, or you're going to come down, have a seat, and let the knees go together, out as the feet go together. So you're going to rock it forward and lift. Rock it forward and lift. Move the feet forward just a little bit. Rock it forward and lift. Last time, rock it forward. Hold here. Think about pushing your feet together and pulling your knees apart. Really getting into the balls of the big toe on each side. And then you're going to rise up on the inhale and then pull your knees together. Take your hands back and you're going to come into table. So you're going to lift your hips high, let your head fall back, and then move your hips to your heels. You're going to exhale and push back, letting that heart open more and more each time. Remember the shoulder blades. You're going to sink and rise. Sink and rise. Sink and rise. One more time. Sink. Hold that lift. Let the hips be high and the heart open. Now, push the hips to the heels. Lift the chest up and come to your forearms. You're going to drop down. You're going to take your legs up. You're going to pull in and extend. Make sure the belly's in. Pull in. Your head can fall back if it feels good. One more. And then you're going to come down, move onto your back, slide your arms out. If you've gotten tension in the back of your neck, take your thumbs to the ridge of your nose and just press down. This ought to help relieve any tension. Also in the brow. So you're going to come into a happy baby to start with. And then you'll take the balls of your feet into the floor. Lift those hips up and wriggle your shoulders. Do an anchor. Think about as you drive the toes, the balls of your feet into the floor, You're pushing your knees towards the front of the mat. Make sure belly's in. And try to imagine, if you can't do it, relaxing your solar plexus. Just letting it soften. Finding the lower energy, or the lower belly, and really pulling the energy into that. You're going to lift those hips, lower the hips, keep the chest lifted. So we do this movement a lot. It's to open the heart, get movement in that bandha, the lower bandhas. One more time. One more. You're going to hold high. If you want, you can take your hands by your shoulders, lift up into that bend, or that Navasana, then drop those heels. And you're going to lift the chest up. Just hang here, or work on moving into headstand and any variation, handstand and any, I cannot talk, back bend in any variation. If you're ready, it's early, but if you're ready, you can lift your heels and you're going to drop your head and lift. It can be an inch down or it can be all the way to the floor. Lift, lower, lift. One more. Hold it high and then down. Slow motion, happy baby. So you're going to take those feet or somewhere along the shin. Pull the knees down. You're going to take those edges of the feet together, the inner edges. Start to roll. You want to feel nice and long in your lower back. You're going to roll all the way up. And what you'll do here is take your arms and wrap around each leg. You could just wrap one at a time, supporting yourself. But you want to get open in the shoulders. And this really helps. So, if you can do one or two, if this is Malasana, then you're going to come into a balance, squeezing your thighs together. It's cold, that's why I'm wearing this long shirt. So the shoulder blades are on, belly in, bring your hands to your heart first. Then you're going to separate your knees, fall forward slightly, get the arms and the shins connected, and come into Papasana. So, dive yourself forward, pull your feet in. Maybe you have a sea of crystals underneath you. So you want to hover above them. Pull, and then go to down dog. You're going to take that right knee in, open out, pull in, and squat. Left knee in, open out, pull in, and squat. Right again. Left side. And then you're going to let your knees fall out. Slide back. Pull in. Lift those feet. And here she comes. Just want to say hi? Okay. Let the heart open here. And then you're going to take those legs down. Rock it forward. Slide over those feet. And go as long as you can, but remember, you don't want to round. You want to engage in your shoulder blades as you move forward. You're really putting energy into those toes. Belly pulls away from those feet. And you're going to come back up. You're going to take those legs out. Come into Navasana. Drop your feet to the floor. Slide your hands back. Lift your hips up. And lower down. Lift up. Lower down. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down. One more time. You're going to lift up. Hold here. Let your hips move to your heels. From here, what you'll do, just like we did earlier, we're going to take your elbows to the ground, but you're going to take your head back this time and lower and just kind of let it hang. Slide those legs out. Pull in again. Slide out. They can touch the ground if you need them to. Let them hover if you can. One more. Pull those knees in and take a V shape. Turn the heat off. I'm going to take those toes to the floor if they can go towards the floor. If not, suction that belly up. And then take your feet to the floor, the balls of your feet to the floor. Lift, roll the shoulders. Slide your arms through those legs. Anchor those arms so you can feel the shoulder blades engaging. Relax and be strong at the same time. So you want the legs, the quadriceps, the glutes working, but you want everything around the pelvic area to just be supple. Shoulders relax, the neck, anywhere around a joint. Imagine it being soft, supple, pliable. Then lower back down. We're going to go back into a V shape. So those legs are wide, really energizing, really connected. To the core, to the breath. And then back to Setu-bandha. Elevating your hips, wriggling the shoulders. Hold here for a few breaths. Really breathe into every pose, every movement. Then bring your hands by your shoulders. This might be where you stay, just working with the shoulder blades, getting them on the back of the body, keeping them there as you move up, dropping your heels. Now from here, you want to have the shoulders over your wrists. You're going to lift your heels again and drop your hips towards the floor. This can be intense in the shoulders, so back off if you need to. And you'll just lower. You want to try to keep your palms on the floor, so you're just going to rise and fall. Sitting on the heels, and then lifting up, lowering. Wide legs, grab the ankles, something, hamstring somewhere. So drop your feet wide, knees go together, arms in the angel wings. And just go ahead and try to keep your shoulders on the ground as you windshield wiper those knees. Good, and then knees back up, happy baby. Grabbing the edges of your feet. And then bring the soles together. We're going to roll up. So you're going to come into your lower belly and your lower back and come into Malasana. So you're going to take those arms, one or two, and then wrap the shins. This creates a lot of space in the armpit area and the shoulder area. So let your hips hover, your heart move forward, Let your face relax. And then come into the balls of your feet, the balance. Squeeze the thighs together. Feel for your shoulder blades. And then come into Papasana. So your knees separate. You make a table out of your arms. You're going to dive forward. Let the feet come away from the floor. And then float back. Push those legs back if you want. Come into up dog. Or you can just walk and go to down doggy. And then go back into your squat. To the ground. And you're going to take the edges of your feet, like we did last time. Pull in and up. And you'll take your arms through the legs. Lift the chest up. Kind of take your fingers and pull your toes away from each other. And then let the inner edges of your feet go to the floor. Pull, belly in. You're going to take the balls of the feet into the ground. If it feels good, if you hurt your knees, just kind of lay down. Left you. So you're going to lift the heels. Let the chest lift. If the head wants to go back, it can. And then you'll come back. Take your legs into Navasana. Extend. And then you're going to drop your legs. Lift and fold forward into Uttanasana. As always, you want to keep your torso long. So you want to keep your legs straight here, but you've got to bend them to start with. And you also aim to get the soles of the whole foot on the floor. You're going to slide your hands back like we've been doing, but you'll see. You got to lift and just kind of reposition, reposition until you feel stable. But you're anchored and you're going to push, kind of rock back and forth. You'll push back, lift the heart. You have to engage your glutes, definitely your shoulder blades. And then you'll come back down, lengthen forward, and exhale. You might have tightness in your calves, you might have weakness in your glutes, but just, this will tell you where you need to work. So definitely focus on really being connected with your lower legs. Relaxing your hands, hamstrings, and engaging your glutes, engaging your shoulder blades. We'll do that one more time. You're going to lift up, bend your knees. Some people find this easy, some people do not. So just enjoy it if you do find it easy, and if you do not, be patient like everything else. So you're going to let your chest lift. You're going to put your feet to the floor, lift your hips up, and then position, reposition. Come back down. You're going to slide back onto your elbows. You're going to let your head dangle and just take those legs up. Come into a V shape again. One more back bend. Let those hips, let your feet be a little wider than usual. And lift them up, hips up. Now this just may not happen. It may not happen for me today. It may not happen for you. But we're aiming our hips, once you get into back bend, aiming the sit bones to the floor. So you want to make sure that your elbows are on the ground. They will move, so you'll see. I'm going to drop my hips, but try to keep my arms as straight as possible. So this asks a lot of your shoulders. You have to be integrated with the shoulder blades. Just kind of let it all drop. Let it drop. Keep the hands anchored as much as possible. Then they'll start to bend. It's pretty intense in your shoulders. So be cautious, be judicious. You're going to take those legs wide again. Try one more time. Now lift those hips high. Feel your shoulder blades as you go up. Aim the hips to the ground. Now come down to your head. Hips and head lower. And then those legs go up. Come to the ground. Let yourself relax in Shavasana. Now, if you need to, you do need, my words don't want to come out today. So if you need to rock a little bit, let's rock a little bit. If you need to take your thumbs to the ridge of your nose and just press down, notice that when you press, kind of around the eyebrow area and the ridge of the nose area, even though it grounds, there's a lot of tension right there, so just letting that tension soften is a big deal. Hug your knees, and then go into Shavasana. So just let it all go. position. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you. Let's go say goodbye. Thank you for being here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, say hi to everybody. Yeah, so camera's right there. Say hi. Do you like to do yoga? She loves yoga. Yes, she does. She likes to meditate and brings a lot of peace around here. It makes the holidays seem less stressful. And so yeah, I hope you have a good holiday season to start. And just please leave I would say this, but I'm trying to get conversation with y'all started. So leave the comments. I don't care what they are, good or bad, anything, and we'll chat. Not bad. Let's not do bad. But whatever you have on your mind, let's talk about it. And if you would like, share, and subscribe, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Namaste.